run out of condom? To cover the Hogwarts. The title of this joke is Misunderstanding at the Mattress Store. My bed's too big. I checked the tag and sure enough, it's a twin size. I only needed a twink size. If you visit my apartment, don't use the ice in the ice cube tray. That one that kind of looks like yellow snow, I call it a building block of life. That's my semen cube. Some things are worth spending the extra money on. I bought some off-brand sex dice, quote unquote, guaranteed to spice things up in the bedroom. I rolled cinnamon and red pepper. Things got scary when my wife rolled a blindfold and a lobster claw. That one's funny because you don't know what she's going to do with the lobster claw. My friends have been expressing concerns about my drug use. They're saying that I'm an addict and that it's starting to become a problem. Sure, I'm an addict, but I thought addiction was only a problem when supply is limited. I think we can all agree navigating airports is stressful. Here's a tip that really helps me. Make sure you get to the gate before the acid kicks in. Every single time I walk through that body scanner at the airport, it flags my buttocks. But I finally got to the bottom of the situation. I forget to harvest the dingleberries. That's a true story. Apparently you're born with about 2.5 billion heartbeats. So if you're ever suicidal, start counting to 1 billion instead. Fun fact, my New Year's resolution is counting to 1 billion. That's a subtle joke about ratios. Okay. Yes, I hear voices. Where do you think I get these jokes? Here's one they told me the other day. Don't kill people. If I was going to ride a bike, I'd wear a helmet. Not because I'm afraid of death, but because I don't want to end up alive and retarded. And I'm not going to wear a helmet because that's fucking gay. So yeah, I'm never going to own a bicycle. And I'm never going to own a vehicle either, because if I was going to drive a car, I'd do it sober. But I'm not going to be sober for a second, because that's fucking gay. And I'm not homophobic. Some of my biggest idols were gay. You ever hear of Jeffrey Dahmer? I'm not racist either. When I see a scuttlehead, I roll my sleeves down over the white power tattoos. Okay, if you think you know who that joke is racist against, I'm sorry, but you're racist. Scuttlehead is a made-up one. Remember, when you're playing with your kids on the sidewalk, please don't call it colored chalk. The proper term is African American chalk. And don't even get me started on the whole house centipedes versus field centipedes thing. Yeah, not many historians in the audience. Who knew everything I liked about my last relationship was available for free at the strip club? And I knew strippers were nasty, but I didn't realize you could get pink eye just from looking at them. January's National Stalker Awareness Month. I would have participated, but I think it's a lot more fun when I don't reveal my location. Last time I got in a fight with my girlfriend, I ended up sleeping on the couch in the lobby of the hospital. Her diagnosis was blunt force karma. If everyone knew how much fun it was to keep a sex slave, half the women would be locked up in someone's basement. Okay, I'm glad you're not laughing, because that one's not a joke. That's a quote by handyman and serial killer David Parker Ray. This one's based on a true story. I thought HR only cared about what happens in the office. Turns out, it doesn't have to be a coworker. You can be fired for raping anyone. Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you. Here's how Who Wants to Be a Millionaire would go if I wrote the questions. And the $1 million question is, which of these doesn't belong? A, Aer Lingus, B, Cunnilingus, C, Analingus, or D, Fellatio? Here's how Jeopardy would go if I wrote the questions. All right, Trebek, give me the only reason to download that app for $400, please. And the answer is Telegram. Bzz. What is computer-aided solicitation of a minor? Oddly enough, correct answer. Okay, here's my episode of Shark Tank. Hi, sharks. This here is a drain cleaning bladder. Attach a garden hose to this end and put the other end in a clogged drain. Start the flow of water through the hose, and the rubber phallus will expand to fit snug in any size pipe. The hole in the tip is capable of spraying water up to 40 psi. That's enough to clear out any problem. You can get one of these at any hardware store for about $20. So why am I asking for $6 million for 30% of my company? Because I attached an anal dilator to it. So sharks, what do you say? Are you ready to take your enemas to the next level? Okay, want to know how I came up with that joke? The off-brand sex dice strike again. I rolled an anal dilator and a squirting dildo. Okay, you'll like this one. I've always been terrified of going to prison. Growing up, I'd practice not dropping the soap in the shower. But you can't not drop the soap. It's made out of slippery. And it makes a lot of sense what they say, because you bend over, expose your ass, and then they get you. But one time I had an idea. I thought I'd outsmart them. I figured, why not just crouch? But the first time I practiced that, my dad shoved his dick in my mouth. That's when I realized there's a hole at waist height no matter how you pick it up. Okay, this one is the most relatable. There's nothing funny about that. I really love my dog, but he's got a hell of a knot midway down his penis, and when he's fully excited, it can feel like there's a baseball inside of me. I've timed it, and it can take up to 5 minutes to shrink to a size that's easy to slide out. It's relatable because dog is man's best friend. Okay. But actually, that's just another David Parker Ray quote. The man had some interesting hobbies, like, letting his dog rape women. I think we need a palate cleanser. When I get tired of drawing tally marks, I start using ditto marks instead. Okay, let's try that one again, but you laugh at the end. Okay. Ready? Trust me. Fuck! When I get tired of drawing tally marks, I start using ditto marks instead. Thanks.